Hello, mortals. This is the Booktube Goddess, the #1 drag queen booktuber on YouTube. And this is a Get Ready With Me where I get into drag to film videos later today. And we have Lori is here morning, afternoon, and evening. We're all in different time zones. Cappuccino is here. Yay. Lynette is here. All righty. Sandra is here. All righty. So, question as usual, how was your reading this week? I finished Delicious Monsters by Sambury Lizelle, and I gave it 4 stars. Here's an interesting discussion because right at the front of the book was a bunch of trigger warnings. And if you read from front to back, I don't know if you guys read all the stuff at the front, like the author's note or whatever when they come at the front. But anyway, I think it was a little bit of a spoiler going forward because I had these trigger warnings in my mind and sort of putting together how it fit into the plot when maybe it should have been more of a surprise. So I felt it was kind of a spoiler. And what I wish was that the spoilers were at the very, very back, and then at the front, say, trigger warnings on the back page for those who are concerned or something, because I would never have gone to the to the end. But I don't know. Maybe that's selfish. Maybe I should just train myself not to read trigger warnings because I don't really have triggers when reading. So I don't know. It's interesting. But anyway, the book itself had a twist at the end, which I didn't see coming, which is always good. It's a young adult horror novel. It read to me like a adult horror novel, which was good. But it wasn't that original. I mean, it's like a haunted house story. It was from a young Black woman Canadian perspective. So that was interesting. Own voices. She talked a lot about her hair. She did a lot of her trauma not trauma, but her she had a lot of challenges with her hair. So it was good. I recommend it. I recommend it. Okay. Yay, Cappuccino's glad to be here. Okay. I'm going to be reading the same thing for a few weeks, A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. Oh, that's the sequel to the Priory or the prequel. I forget. But I didn't like the Priory that much, but some people did. So cool gamer, yay. Major slump. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lori. Sometimes, don't feel bad about it. Sometimes we all have reading slumps. When I read long books, I sometimes need another book at the same time. Oh, and that is Three Daughters of Eve by Elif Shafak. All righty. Lynette kills us all. 2 novels and 1 novel finished, plus 2 Tiptree short stories. 1 novella. I don't even know who Shafak is. The Island of Missing Trees. I love that name. I like that title. Novella about Icelandic horses and their arrival to Iceland. Interesting. They originally came from Mongolia. Could not deal with the talking tree. Oh, so I decided to pick up, I just wanted something light. And you guys know I try to write middle grade. Hasn't been going well, but I like to read middle grade. So I got this book that the blurb just tickled me. It's called The Gingerbread Witch. And it's not about a witch who makes gingerbread. It's about a gingerbread girl who is a witch. So before you think it's too young, it's sort of one of those twisted retellings of fairy tales. And I'm only like 4 chapters in, but I think it's going to involve more fairy tales. But the prominent one, of course, is Hansel and Gretel, because this girl is created in this witch's house by this witch who it's a gingerbread house. So the girl's made of gingerbread, but she looks like a real girl, but inside she has a gingerbread core. It's just really cute. It's a really cute concept. It's dark. It's a little bit dark because the mother, the witch, gets put into an oven, of course. And her quest is to try to resurrect her Agatha, the witch. Anyway, it's cute. I think it's cute. Okay. Reading Babel and liking it. Yeah, I love Babel. Well, if you guys see my videos, it was my #1 pick for last year. I read historical noir detective. That's interesting, even though I knew the end by C.L. Polk. 1930s Chicago and sapphic relationship. Yay! So you read Spy times Family volume. I almost picked up another Flavia de Luce because, I wanted something light and fun. TikTok by Simon Mayo. Now read TikTok I haven't read Dean Koontz in a long time. I mean, I like Dean Koontz. Oh, there's also a, I want to say short story. It could be a novella by Harlan Ellison with, I forgot the name. It's a really cool name, but it's the TikTok Man. Something, the TikTok Man. I guess I could look it up. I'm here with Google in front of my nose. TikTok, Harlan Ellison. Repent, Harlequin, said the TikTok Man. So, okay. I like R.F. Kuang's writing and how she does the themes very upfront with the social political commentary, not oversimplified. DK Moon is here. Finished. Oh, I almost picked that up. I almost picked up because I've been wanting to read that novel. Oh, Cappuccino's here. Cappuccino, I think you're the one that recommended me to see Everything Anywhere All at Once. And so Dennis and I watched the Oscars last Sunday, and it swept the Oscars. It was so awesome seeing a really good science fiction movie get so many accolades. So that made me happy. Okay, I need to put on some color. Hold on. What did I do last week? What did I do last week? Last week, I did blue and pink. I've been doing a lot of blue lately. So let's attempt another orange. We'll do another orangey, maybe sunsetty look. Maya's TikTok was pandemic that started with ticking in the years. Kuhn's book most likely will have a supernatural theme. Yeah, when I was reading Kuhn's, that was when I was also reading Stephen King in the 80s, 70s, 80s. So, and I liked King more, but I did read some Kuhn's. Oh, you didn't like Three Body Problem? Love the concepts, but I just prefer fantasy with magic. Fair. That is fair. Some people just prefer one or the other. I like both personally, but yes. Okay. I thought it was either recommended. Maybe it was. I forgot who recommended it. Okay. Evie, I love Everything Anywhere. I always want to see Anywhere, Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's amazing, and it was so hyped for me by my friends. Yet it will, but it's that's the other thing. Even though we're like hyping it, or I'm hyping it, everyone I know that's watched it, even despite the hype, has been impressed. Read all the Odd Thomas books by Koontz. Okay. I just need to put some color on. Okay, I'm gonna try. Start with Juvia's Place. Okay. Just hoping it's really dark. Oh, it looks reddish. Oh well. I mean, it looks orange in the pan. Anyway. I think I want. I want a brighter orange. I'm going to go with that one. How did you like All the Horses of Iceland? Currently reading The Little Animals by Tolmie. Oh, a medieval mystery, the first Ella of Salisbury book. Because if you're a book buying band, you can't read any more of the series until July. Oh no. Well, the question is the series complete? See, that's more orangey. That's red, that's orange. So we'll try to marry them. I love finding a complete series. So you can, well, I've learned my lesson. If I see a series that's complete that I think, unless it's an author that I know I love, I'll just get the first book to see if I like it. But if I do, then I'll get the entire series. It's just so nice having a complete series to read. You don't have to wait. And you don't forget. Because that's what happens if George R. R. Martin, I mean, if he ever does finish his book or his series, I'm going to have to find a synopsis or something somewhere to catch up or to refresh my memory. And I remember doing that with Robert Jordan because it was such a sprawling book. Okay, let's use this other one to pull together. You guys probably don't even see the difference. I worry so much about stupid things on the makeup front, and then you can't even tell. Or can you tell those are two different colors? We'll go with like a yellow cut crease. Gave all the horses 3.5 out of 5, but that was because I pick up the historical inaccuracies. That's the thing about, we're really loosey-goosey when we call things historical fiction now. With mysteries, it doesn't really matter if the series are, yeah, exactly, episodic. I want George R. R. Martin to finish Dunk and Egg books. Not as that confirmed with Song of Fire and Ice. Tiny bit different, but it looks good. Thank you. Okay, so maybe I should just go with the red in the front and the orange in the back. So let's make it a little redder. How about that? Knowing some of you love the Elderlings, Chronicles of the Elderlings, like Evie. What's really interesting about that is there are 12, 15 books in the collection, and unlike Wheel of Time or Fire and Ice or that Erickson monstrosity, the Malazan Chronicles, that are that big as well, it's divided into trilogies. I think there's one quartet, but mostly trilogies, which you could read out of order, and they're complete stories, different characters. So like cozy mysteries or episodic mysteries, that where one book at a time contains its own story. In the Elderlings, there's it's made up of a bunch of different trilogies, which is just, I think, interesting. trying to think of other fantasy series like that, and I'm not coming up with anything. It wouldn't surprise me if there were more, but just saying. Okay. It was supposed to be a lighter orange. In science fiction, there's a lot of authors that do like a known universe type thing. Where they're set in the same world building universe and you can kind of connect the timelines or the stories, but they're like separate novels. Like Heinlein did it. Larry Niven's universe was called the known space universe. C.J. Cherry's Union Alliance novels. How do I get a light pink? Okay, here's a really light pink. I mean, not pink, orange. It's kind of flesh colored. Ooh, it looks tan. Boy. Okay, I didn't want to go with yellow because I was going to cut the crease with yellow, but I don't think I have a choice. Searching for brushes. Okay. Maybe I'll just cut the crease with gold. Just use the yellow. I watched a YouTube video the other day by a few author tubers. Do authors owe books to readers? Oh, interesting. As being someone who had started reading a series where the author just decided to stop, I can see both sides of the story. That is so frustrating. Daniel Green's video about how much his book. Oh, I saw that one. I read that one. He made like 6 figures. Not high 6 figures, but impressive for indie books. Yeah, what is that channel? Sandra and I want to know. 180K, which is far more than he expected. Yeah, I'm not really that surprised because he has a built-in audience. Oh yeah, that's true. Dragonlance. But that was that all Tracy Hickman and Weiss? Was that all Hickman and Weiss, or did other people participate? It's been so long. I used to like the Time of the Twins and some of the other Dragonlance stories. Writerly. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Seen her channel. I'll have to check that out. Nonfiction book, The Dark Queens, 6th century Frankish queens Brunhild and Fredegund in their feud. Ooh, interesting. Me either. I don't know nothing about Frankish history. Lydia, the yellow in your captain brings out the yellow on your lies. Thank you, Lydia. For the Realm of the Elderlings, I would suggest reading subseries in publication order. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. They wrote the first few, then lots of authors joined into the Dragonlance world. For the Elderlings, yeah, I definitely would read them in order if you're interested in them, because there is a chronology, but the stories are standalone stories. Okay, this is not quite what I wanted, but okay. Let's get some. Just putting white on the brow. The actor who played, going back to Everything Everywhere, it's a really interesting story. Is he Taiwanese? But he's the Asian actor who was a child actor discovered by Steven Spielberg in what's it called? Short something on Indiana Jones. And as he got older, there just wasn't any roles for Asian actors at the time. So he quit acting. He couldn't find the roles. Didn't see really any hope for continuing a career as an actor. He stayed in entertainment. I think he was like a fight coordinator because he's a martial artist. But then he saw Crazy Rich Asians and thought, oh, their roles for Asian actors are coming. I was going to say coming back. They were never here, but there's more opportunities for Asian actors. Maybe I'll get started back into acting. And the first role he got was the Everything Everywhere role, which got him an Oscar. So I just love that story. Okay. I'm going to put down an eyeliner. It's going to be a lot of black in this look. Actually, yeah, let's put down an eyeliner. Must be 50 books in the Dragonlance. I only read about 20. You read more than me, DK. I mean, I read a bit. They came out in like the 80s, and I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I'd be surprised if I read 15. But I've always kept up liking Weiss and Hickman. Like the Deathgate cycle is still one of my favorite fantasy series. And I guess the last one I read was the Weiss and Hickman. They're like dragons for each season, like dragons of autumn, twilight, and then there's like winter or spring. Yeah, it was so great to see him win. Read Dragonlance as a teen. Recently read a few. Was mostly disappointing. Try the. I mean, it's not Dragonlance, but try the Deathgate cycle. He was really wonderful in that movie. Wouldn't have worked as well without him. You know, the other interesting thing about that movie was that originally they were thinking of it as a vehicle for Jackie Chan. And Jackie Chan being in the Michelle Yeoh role, the main character's role. But for whatever reason, and I'm so glad it happened because it would have been a totally different movie. Michelle Yeoh got the role, won an Oscar, was fantastic in it. Okay, I need to focus. I'm almost I can't speak. I'm almost tempted to do what I used to do and color in my whole eyelid because I have such severe hooded eyes. But I know that looks crazy, but I was just trying to map out where I want the black. Okay. Read Deathgate in 2005. Liked it, but didn't love it. Oh, okay. Fight style had Jackie Chan influence for sure. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with some black. So DK Moon, what's your favorite fantasy? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so we're going to go in with black. Does anyone know it's Drizzt, D-R-I-Z-Z-T by Salvatore? Is that considered Dragonlance? Because those were fun. They weren't amazing, but they were. I've read some books based on role-playing games that just were not great. The worst were Shadowrun books, because I really liked the concept of Shadowrun, the role-playing game. I thought the game mechanics sucked because they used something called dice pools, which I never really liked. Anyway, so I thought I would read some of the novels based on Shadowrun, and they weren't great. They're pretty bad. Okay. Next month, I have the choice of using an Audible credit on either Thistlefoot or TJ Klune's new book, In the Lives of Puppet. Thank you for reminding me. I was trying to think what book I wanted to read that I was thinking about, and with Thistlefoot. I do think I will pick up Thistlefoot after this middle grade book I'm reading. And I'll wait to hear about TJ Klune's new book, because I was not a big fan of Under the Whispering Door. Wheel of Time. Oh, that's your favorite? I understand why it's your favorite. There's a lot of things I love about Wheel of Time. Some things I don't love, but it's mostly having to do with, I think Brandon Sanderson's a great writer, but there was something about Jordan's writing that had some type of spark to it that I don't think Sanderson captured in the final books. Forgotten Realms. Oh, okay, Drizzt, Forgotten Realms. Mostly out of playing D&D when those were released. Didn't excuse me, I don't know why I'm coughing. Didn't have big interest in them. We think of the phoenix out of the ashes. Yes. Library of a Viking booktuber made a video on fantasy who sold a lot of copies, but is not spoken about much and mentioned the Salvatore one. Interesting. You said it was oh, that sold a lot of copies. Okay, got it. I thought you were saying that they were good books and they're okay books. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to cut my crease. I was thinking about yellow. I think I'm going to just do gold. Yeah, I'm not going to get crazy. I'm just going to have gold. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. I want these small. This is really small. Oh, well. Oh, this is really not small. Oh, well. Making a mess, as usual. I don't know why. I grabbed a pink wig for this look, but I probably don't really have red. You guys in the US started daylight savings time. Yes. Yes. Sorry, Lynette. Oh, I hate daylight savings time. Realm of the Elderling, especially live ships. Get back to Rain Wilds and finish the Durfee book. Yeah. We always have this conversation twice a year. How much we hate daylight savings time. Oh man, these eyes are not even. But maybe no one will notice. Okay, I need a... Okay. Okay. Hey, Mooney, welcome. Sweden starts daylight tomorrow, daylight savings. Hating your exam. Oh, no. Books are not cheap, so it's good to get some recs one can find at the library. Yes. Takes a while for English books to make the way here. Interesting, Sandra. Same here in Israel for Mooney. Your cat's saying hi. Hello, cat. I hate the fact that since the pandemic, many books are not getting an Australian release. Well, you know me, I stick with the Kindle now just because a game changer for me is the be able to make the font bigger. Books can be really expensive. Yeah. I still buy most of my books, and part of me is just it's a way of supporting the writer. I mean, if you can afford it, it does help writers out if you actually purchase the books. But I'm certainly not one to not appreciate the library and what it does. And if you're a heavy reader, you just can't. It's just, I mean, if I read as much as Lynette, I don't think I could afford to buy all the books. Okay. So the gold is on. Start with the old chroma cake. Oh, shoot, I was going to make eyelashes. I forgot to do that. I guess I could use these old ones again. Oh, is Fit here? Okay, I don't see Fit has logged in. But I was looking at his videos today. Not today, but the recently. And I noticed that he's just using he's not using videos with pictures of himself on the cover, on the thumbnail. So I was going to try that. But part of me was thinking I really should put a picture of myself on the thumbnail in as like a trigger warning. This is stupid. Just to let people know there's a drag queen. It's a drag queen video. And if I don't put my picture on the cover, maybe someone who doesn't want to see a drag queen will get offended. But then I was like, what am I thinking? What is this logic I am bringing to the table? But I did break down and I made some thumbnails. Oh, got something in my eye. With Midjourney, which is the AI program. I just did their free They're free videos. I know it's free videos. Free image making. Sorry, I'm concentrating on this eyeliner. Anyway, I was using Midjourney. And the video I'm going to release tomorrow is, I love it a lot, but I don't know. I have mixed emotions about using Midjourney, but maybe I should just get over it. I always want to embrace the new technologies. I have an artist friend, a digital artist friend that makes a good argument that Midjourney isn't really stealing other people's artwork, which is a whole conversation. But of course, there's the legal issue. And I believe it was Andy Warhol for like one of his soup can. It might not have been soup cans, but one of his drawings where is it's copying someone's intellectual property, or is it reusing it? I forget the term. Not reusing it, but repurposing it or reimagining it. So anyway, it's there's probably no legal issues with it, but that doesn't address any moral issues. Okay. My dog is sleeping next to me. We are staying home this night for St. Patty after St. Pat. I'm not a big St. Patty's Day celebrator, but I know in some places it's big. Lex, welcome back. Got another solar punk book. All right. Tell us which one. I like the way Philip Chase talks about narrative and fantasy mythology. His channel is very good. I'll have to check him out. I own so many books I've not read, almost ashamed. There's always the next book. That's why on Hall. Yeah, when I was reading physical books only, oh my God, they stack up quick. Okay, good for you. Reading mainly books you own. My year of S&M? What are we talking about? Solarpunk Summers. I don't know if I recommended that one, but Solarpunk is such an interesting genre. Oh, the video I wanted to do today. By the way, I'm thinking about just doing one video a week. You know, my channel is small. It's really not growing. Why should I kill myself trying to do multiple videos a week? But I want to do a video on diesel punk. And I've only read one author, really, who I consider as a diesel punk author, China Miéville. So basically, the video is going to be about China Miéville. So, okay. Oh, fudge. I need to throw away this eyeliner. Oh, Lex, I think I mentioned it last week. I don't know if you were here, but there is another genre that's solar punk adjacent called lunar punk. But you can't find any books on it. The definition of lunar punk is solar punk with a pagan witch twist to it. And I don't think I'm not really sure if it's just like some sort of aesthetic, someone just sort of thought about it. I think there is a collection of short stories considered lunar punk, but it's like, it's interesting. Okay, so maybe I should go back to painting my whole eyelids black. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Getting ready to read some books for prompts in the Aurelium Magical Readathon in April, spring equinox. Wow, that's a mouthful. Do one video a week. Okay. Science fiction, including solar punk science. I still only read physical books, but Wheel of Time rereads on audio in your car. Not going to go wild. I will take it gentle. Oh, I wanted to participate in Kevy's trans readathon this month. Fudge. Someone recommend me a book by a trans author about maybe the trans experience. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do Pugmire. He's not really trans, but he's sort of gender bending in real life. Lunar punk. Fit to be read. We were just talking about you, Fit, or I was talking about you. S books inspired by Shakespeare, Sherlockian. Detransition Baby. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I haven't read it, but I've heard about it. Anyway, Fit, Light from Uncommon Stars has a transformed character. Was it a trans author? Because that's what her readathon is. CL Polk, it's non-binary trans. Okay, you guys gave me enough. I'll figure out something. I was going to read Thistlefoot next, but I'll pick one of these other books. Oh, Fit, I was looking at your channel and I was seeing that some of your thumbnails didn't have your face on it. So I was going to give that a try. And I'm not sure if you use Midjourney or not, but I decided to give Midjourney a try. So I used up the free credits or whatever. So tomorrow you'll see my Midjourney. I think I put some, if you look at my channel, I played around with a couple other Midjourney things. But tomorrow's dystopian video will have a Midjourney cover, which I think it looks really cool. But we'll see how it goes. And I was also saying, well, maybe I should put my face, or had this thought that I should put my face on the thumbnail just to warn people that there's a drag queen in the video, like a trigger warning. But then I thought, that's kind of stupid. Anyway. By the way, Fit, you're killing it on your channel. You are killing it. I just lost. Oh, here they are. Where are the oranges I used? Because I need to go underneath. And of course, I'm dropping things. It's not a Booktube Goddess video if I didn't drop anything. IDW Comics now has a trans Autobot character in the Transformers comics, and she is canon in the. Oh, interesting. I have cat hair all over my brush. I know there's a trans author I really like, Charlie Jane Anders, but she doesn't write about at least the books I've read. Not really with the trans experience, but like that book I really liked by Case and Callender, Queen of the Conquered. Didn't have a trans character. Not that you have to have a trans character if you're a trans author. It's by the way, if you like soft science fiction or a blend of science fiction and fantasy, Charlie Jane Anders, All the Birds in the Sky, really good book. Very more on the literary side than the pulp side of speculative fiction. Okay. So I guess I'm going to go. I just dropped another. Okay. Got it. Got it. Cat hairs? No. Fit, you have taken your videos to the next level. Sorry, I've not commented and I can't keep up with every video and all my, yeah, that's same. Booktube Comics dropped something in her videos and it poofs into purple dust. I was surprised that Criminale has 23,000 subscribers after only 18 months. I like Booktube Goddess and Fit. Yay. Well, I'm sure my videos, I don't think maybe I'm just not talented. I think it's more, I don't really have a great on-screen personality. Thank you if you disagree, but just being honest here. And people that see a drag queen, I think, expect more funny and more over-the-top personality. Okay, so I'm going to go back to black. And there's a bit of luck too. Sometimes you just hit the YouTube algorithm, and sometimes you don't, or most people don't. But. I think anyone who tells you there isn't any luck in making it on YouTube isn't telling the whole truth. Okay, I need to blend that black in. Meant to say booktubegoddess.comics. Okay, I could blow things up in purple smoke. Thank you, Lori. don't watch a lot of your vids, but I really love these live streams. I have to tell you, this is kind of my favorite part of YouTube is doing these live streams. And I would never have thought that would be the case. But being this is like a hobby just to be fun for me, this is my funnest part, is talking to you guys. Criminale covers genres you aren't interested in. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Lori. Kind of random and sometimes weird variables on timing on which channels get attention. Yeah. And Lori rarely reads sci-fi or fantasy. Check out All the Birds in the Sky, but it gets kind of wild, I was going to say. But because it's more on the literary side, maybe you would like it. Okay. Let me try to see if I could blend this at all. And by blend, I just mean the black and the gold. Well, that's one thing about YouTube is there's something for everyone. And I still get suckered into like stumbling across like some silly craft. And then I'm watching like all these craft videos that I would probably never try myself, but they're just, it's fun to watch other artists be good at what they do. Like I said before, getting into soap making videos. I mean, I actually, it crossed my mind, maybe I could make some soap. But then I come to my senses. But a lot of that is YouTube. If you find, if there's a video, it notices you watching, it'll start recommending more of the same. Okay, so I think I'm done with my eyes. And let's do the lips. So I think I'm going to try to do the same red lips that I did before, which I know looks crazy, but I started by outlining in black. Craft videos can be so much fun to watch. Well, you're Cappuccino Craft, so how to play Mahjong. YouTube rabbit hole is dash cam videos of cars wrecking. Oh my gosh. Heard very interesting things about that book. So we're talking about All the Birds in the Sky. Okay. Yeah, I've gotten on this thing about, well, two things. One was jewelry making, where they actually melt like gold and pound it into rings. And I think most of those artists are like in Malaysia. And the other thing is creating resin art. There's this Australian woman that I just keep watching her videos. They keep getting recommended, and I just like her voice. It's soothing and funny, and she's but I mean, I'm never going to do these resin art things. See what her name is. Now I can't find it. I mean, her videos pop up all the time. Okay, here it is. Pouring Your Heart Out. Pouring Your Heart Out. Australian resin artist. When I start this, it starts looking like a little mustache. Little John Waters pencil mustache. Okay. You found your channel and you're looking for a review of Gideon the Ninth. Okay. None of my real life friends likes it, so I was looking for people on her team. Yeah, I love Gideon the Ninth. Wasn't a big fan of what's the follow-up? I didn't like the second one. I shouldn't say that. I really missed Gideon in the second one. The third one, I loved the Nona the Ninth. Oh, Laura, yeah, I've been in that rabbit hole. The abandoned theme parks. Model trains and slot cars. Those are your crafts that you do. Oh, okay. Nerd Forge. Really cool miniature 3D models. Frugal cooking videos. See, those sound useful. I mean, I could actually do frugal, well, unless it's really complicated, but she also made her own finger prosthetic. Interesting. Okay, so let's. Okay, I think that's more black than. I will. A little. Oh, and little gloss. Little gloss. Oh, I see someone said lashes. Yes. So I won't forget the lashes. Thank you. Ocean Conservation Namibia. Can't say that. I can't say that word. They rescue seals, which are entangled. Oh, wow. Well, that's a good, makes me feel guilty that I eat fish. Why is that? Seals aren't fish. Seals are mammals. Building Ghibli models. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that one too. Stetson Station. Yeah, and he has this voice. There's some people just have a soothing voice. By the way, I don't know if there's a word for it, but I don't eat mammals. I haven't eaten red meat in, 30 years. But I do eat poultry and fish. Okay, lashes. And I guess reptiles. I don't really have opportunity to eat reptiles much, but I have eaten alligator. Okay, so I guess the only craft videos that I do watch are drag queen makeup videos. Okay, next week I'm definitely going to get a new pair of lashes. Eaten crocodile, kangaroo, and emu. There are cultures around the world that eat. Oh, I've had insects. Yeah, I've had in. Yeah, I had crickets in Mexico in a taco. Had a cricket taco, and I'm not sure the variety, but they were like black, and eating the little legs was kind of took some getting used to. Let's just say that. But yeah, they were crunchy, a little bit nutty. Okay, so the wig I got was pink. And now I'm thinking for this look, you know what I want? I kind of want like a really yellow wig. I don't really have a yellow wig. Well, let's try, here, I have this other one. This one. A little hairspray, but oh no. I just, I mean, it's in the back, so you won't see it, but I put some black gunk on a brush that it got on. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the Friston's channel, I mean wigs. So if I find a wig I like, I think I'm in the mood for getting another wig. Really shouldn't spend more money on wigs. Okay, and I grabbed a gold necklace. Should put this on first. And some simple gold earrings. Okay, I could play around forever. So I think we are here at the final look. I see people are talking about food. Had chocolate covered ants, they taste like chocolate. That's not a big surprise. I mean, you're just, ants are so small and chocolate so heavy. Although you would think it would give it a little crunch or something. To have you eat something strange as a kid? Yeah, that's true. Prawns, shrimp, and lobster and crabs are basically insects. True. The lives of lobster. I eat crawfish. I wouldn't eat them if I hadn't eaten them as a kid, though. I mean, although I don't eat red meat, that was just a choice I made as an adult. But I've been pretty adventurous when it comes to food. And I can't remember what I ate as a kid that would have made me adventurous. Maybe sushi. Well, Japanese. I grew up Japanese, so a lot of shrimp, dried shrimp. I love dried shrimp to this day. As a snack. I think there are some people that are just more adventurous eaters than others. Okay, so this is my final look. I like it. I think it turned out okay. It's not. Yeah, I think it turned out okay. You know what I hate about crawfish is it's just so much work for just such a little piece of crawfish meat, you know? And you certainly don't eat the claw, or I don't eat the claws or anything. And I don't really like the gunk in the head. Some people do, but I don't. I just like the tail, and the tail's just so tiny, so tiny. But I also grew up in Maryland where we had those little Maryland crabs that are like this big, and you would like order a dozen of them per person. It's hold on. Oh, the Lives of Lobsters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Crawfish are same with crabs. Yep. Okay, guys, I'm going to film a video. Like I said, I want to do a diesel punk video today, which is basically going to be a China Myville video. And tomorrow I will release my dystopian. Okay, here's something to think about. I go from the 1930s through the 2010s, with each decade picking out one dystopian book that sort of caught on that decade. Like obviously the 30s was Brave New World, 40s is 1984. So the question is, what was in 1970s? Because I don't think you're ever going to guess what I picked as the dystopian book that caught on to the zeitgeist of the 1970s. I think it's going to come as a surprise. So anyway, that's tomorrow. Okay, so as usual, I hope to see you next week, and may all the books you read be blessed.